Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Rosalie from Poker's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here, and nobody dare say. Right, where are we at today with this sport of boxing? That Dev Sarni, aka Dev Cheese and Onion Sarni, little squeaky little mofo. He's annoying me. Coming out doing a damage limitation job on John Coffey, eh? The old cornbread muncher. What's going on there? Eh? Why don't they just tell the truth that they sold the fight because he beat Anthony Joshua, a shot fighter? And the other selling point was, oh, it weren't a low blow in the first Usyk fight 2 years ago. Look, he never won a round 2 years ago, and he didn't win a round the other night. That's it. That is it. In your mind, he were in the fight up until the stoppage, and a load of shit, load of rubbish. Why ain't anybody coming out saying, look, you've been in with Usyk now for 14 rounds and you've not won a round? Do you know what I mean? You've not won a round. The other two big fellas, Joshua and Fury, you struggle to give them 11 rounds out of 48, wouldn't you? So out of 48, out of 52 rounds, he's probably lost, if I'm being conservative. Usyk's won 40 rounds out of 52 rounds against Dubois, Fury, and Joshua. He's won at least 40 rounds. Eh? That's unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. But hey ho. Yeah, but that Dev Sarni, he's embarrassing him, innit? He is embarrassing. He makes Darren Barker look tame, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? So Anthony Joshua is now playing the retirement card. He's put something out today that suggests that he's on his way now. So what do I think about it? I don't really care, to be honest. Who cares about Joshua now? It's become embarrassing, hasn't it, really? It's become an embarrassment. That's how I look at it. He's not beating anybody. He's not fighting anybody. You know, when's Joshua going to fight somebody with a heartbeat? So now he's having to start retirement moves and rumours. I'll read it out. Anthony Joshua, this is on his Insta. Shout out to Matchroom Boxing for all you have done for me and continue to do for me. Long may your long may you reign supreme and keep giving fighters opportunities to become champions and make boxing great. 12 years ago, I signed with you, and 12 years later, I will throw my last punch with you. Royalty and loyalty is a perfect match for the great good. A toast to another 100 years of matchroom boxing. And to finish on this, if I could start from scratch, I wouldn't change shit. From Anthony Joshua. Uh, what can you say? They're trying to force the Fury fight, but this is how I look at it, right? This is how I look at it, and everybody's missing this. They're in talks to fight Jake Paul. Now, I'd have Joshua a big favourite in that fight, but Jake Paul, he's area level, isn't he? He's Joshua British level at the moment. We're not talking about Joshua from 10 years ago. We're talking about, or 8 years ago, when he had a life and death with Vladimir over 8 years ago, 8 years, 3 months ago. We're talking about the current state of play with Anthony Joshua. When I look at him now, I think he's struggled to beat David Adelaide or Wardley. They're British level, aren't they? Stroke European, aren't they? Right? Wardley's got, but they both got world class punching power, aren't they? Especially Wardley. But point I want to make is, would Joshua beat David Adelaide, the British champion? Would he? Would he beat David Adelaide or Wardley? I don't think he does. So if he's not British level, the one below that's English level. Now, Jake Paul, you say he were area level, wouldn't you? So he's only one level behind Joshua. Forget the fact that the guy's a clown and he looks stupid with that haircut and that beard and that big desperate Dan chin. And he's a bit cringe and all that. Blah, blah, blah. Forget all that. We're talking about what level he's at now. Could he perform out his skin and be English level on any given night? Well, he might raise his game for Joshua. And would Joshua raise his game for him? You don't know, do you? He'd have to perform out his skin to beat Joshua, and Joshua would have to have a bad night, and then it'd probably still be a close fight. But like I said, we're not talking about Joshua from years ago. We're talking what level is it now? I mean, so all right, but you say that Jake Paul would not be a favourite in that fight. But as regards the Fury fight, that fight will always be there. Even if there were 50, they'd do it as an exhibition. It would. The Jake Paul fight would always be there as well. Now, Eddie Hills, the Iceman, he'll be looking at this and he'll be thinking, right, if we fight Jake Paul and beat him, is the Fury fight still there? They'll say yes. If Jake Paul beats Joshua, is the Fury fight still there? You still say yes, because they just keep spinning loads of scripts. They create some fake beef like the WWE, wouldn't they? Get a few storylines. They get all these YouTubers in the back pocket doing what they are told to do, and that's not ask hard questions. And they sell us it, and everybody buy into it as yeah, they're not what they were, but we want to see who'd win. So they'd still sell it out, wouldn't they? So all right. I see Paul Smith with another Ring Magazine interview, hanging out the back of Turkey. Hey, oh my God. Unbelievable. He'd be like Spencer Fearon, aka Big Mouth, calling him His Excellency, or Bricktop calling him HET, His Excellency Turkey. Oh my God. Embarrassing. But the title for this video is going to be called Can Judge Jordan, we know who he is, don't we, from Talksports, Simon Jordan, can Judge Jordan crawl out a Bricktops ringer? I think that's the title. Because every time he speaks about Bricktop on Talksport, he speaks about him like he's a god. He's scared to death. So it is what it is. So within minutes of me putting the video out, Bricktop did an interview and he said the WBO have ordered Parker Usyk talks to begin within 7 days. Well, fair enough, but if Usyk vacates, they're saying it's going to be a Toma against Parker. That's what they're saying it's going to be. So if that's what happens, they could pull a Toma from the Dylan White fight, couldn't they? You never know, do you? You never know. But it is what it is. Do I see Parker beating a Toma? Well, we're going to see. Dylan White beat Parker, didn't he? We're going to see. But Bricktop won't rest until he gets a slice of that heavyweight division again. Because he's never had that, has he, before, like he's had it recently. But he hasn't got a belt at the moment, so he's going to want to be in the mix, isn't he? Isn't it funny how it were Bricktop's mates organisation, the Warren Boxing organisation, sorry, the World Boxing organisation, were the first ones to react after Usyk's win, already dictating who he fights next. But Parker's deserving, so why not? Oh, God, somebody's just sent me something here. Don Charles doing yet more YouTube interviews. He's only done, have a look, 11, 12. 12 is done now. Oh, my God. 12 sit-downs with Don Charles getting his point across. That man's begging for his P45 to be, took back off him and given another chance, isn't he? But are you seriously telling me Don Charles is in the mix with that? It's poppycock. So what? Dubois been doing a little bit of training since he's been back. Don Charles He's on his way, I've been told. So there you go. I mean, if he gets flogged again, Dubois in another fight, and they've got Don Charles there, they're going to be saying, if only, if only, if only. But it's nice to see Don Charles, Daddy Don, hammering Scooby Doo Chisora, B side Bellew, and all the rest of them that have been sticking it to John Coffey. White Rhino is giving him a bit of stick as well, hasn't he? It's like you're not allowed an opinion, is it? Daniel Dubois quit. He quit in the first Usyk fight. He quit in the Joyce one, and he's just quit in the second Usyk. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. What I want to know though with this boxing game is this: why is Crusher Ben not getting put in front of the board for sparring Joey Essex, a white collar guy? You're not supposed to do that. My mate Chris Smedley only spoke to somebody from White Collar at a show. It was a White Collar show, and he ended up with a fine front board. So there you go. So, but Crusher probably not bothered anyway. Not when you're getting 250 grand to star in Are You Tough Enough? You know, the SAS program. He's in that, isn't he, Crusher? Celebrity SAS. Oh my God. Celebrity SAS. Celebrity, what? Yeah, is he a celebrity? What? Somebody's son? Crusher Ben has not got an area belt, an English, a British, a Commonwealth, European, or a world title. He doesn't own any of them belts, any of the 6 level belts, none. But yet he's commanding £250,000 to do a week on a program on telly. Is it 5 days to do or something? Unbelievable. You couldn't make it up, could you? Could you? Is this where boxing's heading now? All right, gimmicks. Gimmicks. Anyway, people are saying that Elmer Fudd and the White Rhino trilogy could be on. Well, that's the only game in town for Elmer. If they put Elmer in with some Latvian plumber, he could get wiped out, couldn't he? So they're going to try and get another Rhino payday. So it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But what can you do? But the actual Crusher Ben situation, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It really does. Will we see Pulev in the ring again? He's got a WBA regular belt. We're going to see, aren't we? I'd like to see him against Yui again. So, yeah, let's hope it's a tear up next time. There you go. And hopefully Yui will get his revenge on him, but you never know, do you? You never know, you're looking a raffle. So, okie dokie. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Don't forget to click on the link pinned by me in the comment section. Have a little look at that. Let me know what you think. Okay, peace out. And I want to thank people for sharing the videos on WhatsApp. I've just been looking here. Loads are starting to share them on there, which is good. Thank you very much. Peace out.